Hey gang, Scott Davenport here, and I got a quick tip for you for using the Lightroom graduated filter and knowing what direction to drag it in. I was chatting with another photographer and he was saying I struggled with knowing when I drag a graduated filter onto the photo, what direction should I drag it in? I'm always dragging it there and then having to rotate it around. Can I speed up my workflow at all? So the way I like to think about the graduated filter in Lightroom is the same way I think about physical filters. So let me just use a little visual aid here. So here's my camera, and let me get this filter here. And let's say, for the sake of argument, this is a very dark piece of glass. I've got the front of the scene here. I wanted to darken the sky, so I would insert the filter from the top and start going down. Let's say I wanted to darken the foreground. I'd come in from the bottom. And of course I can go in from left and right and so forth. Well, the same thing applies to our tools. We'll go grab the graduated filter and let's load in the burn preset, but take the exposure really far down so we can obviously see what's going on here. Now in this example, I want to darken the sky. So imagine inserting a filter from the top. So I'm going to click toward the top and drag down toward the bottom. So this is like I'm inserting that filter and I'm covering a certain amount of my scene, right? Delete that. Same thing can be done from the bottom, right? If I click down toward the bottom and drag upward, that's like sliding the filter in from the bottom and covering the lower half of the scene. Now, the nice thing about Lightroom is it's a digital tool, so we can come in at all sorts of crazy angles, whatever we want to do. So we can drag from the right and into the left at an angle if you wanted to darken or affect a certain side of a photo. Same thing on the other side. And, of course, once we've got it there, we can do any type of positioning we want. I'll give you a second tip too. If you're doing rotations, if you get closer to the pin, it's harder to control the rotation. You move out farther away from the pin and you've got much more granular control just by physics and math and fulcrums and that kind of stuff. But that is the tip I had for you for the graduated filter. Think about it in terms of the physical world, how you would insert a filter, and then drag in that direction, then go ahead and fine-tune it, and it will speed up your workflow a little bit. Hope you enjoyed the video. My name's Scott Davenport, and until next time, happy shooting.